Hey, welcome guys. Follow CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
Man, we're pumped up and excited to have you all here live with us. If you are watching us on YouTube, Vimeo, on the Power Couple Show website, iTunes, Podomatic, SoundCloud, welcome all audiences. I'm pumped up. I'm excited.
So what are we going to be talking about today on today's lovely, awesome show?
You know, the show that we love.
That we love, right? Because we love each other.
Because we love each other. And we love you, the viewers. If you're watching this, again, we love you. We appreciate you being here every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. We're going to get this time thing right soon. We need to hire like a team. I was telling Thala right before we got live on the show. I was like, we need a team of people to set up the show, you know, let everyone know.
So if you're out there and you know anything about, setting stuff up,
we don't mind paying you. So, it takes us a little while, but we're going to get it one of these days. So today's topic, we're talking about balance, a little bit of balance. If you look at this picture here, everyone needs date nights, right? Everyone needs date nights. And that's what we're talking about. What is it that, keeps that balance where it's like, we work, we push hard. And then we have these date nights.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, baby. There was a point in our life where
we didn't have any date nights.
We didn't have any date nights.
And I'll be honest with you, the relationship was going like this.
Oh yeah.
It was thinking really fast.
I wanted to slit his throat in his sleep.
Yeah, and you know what? Having date nights gives you an excuse to look good, right? Which then you constantly remember, and you constantly keep seeing your mate or your soulmate or whatever you call it.
I think there needs to be more lighting. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there needs to be more lighting, whatever. Okay, there it is. Boom, more lighting.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so I think date night gives do you think it gives you an excuse to look good for your?
It gives you that moment where it's like, let's get dressed up, let's look good, let's go out, let's enjoy the night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's have a good time, and date nights are definitely a good excuse to just go out and do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Baby, when we were not having any date nights, it was like this unending daily, just like there was nothing to look forward to, right? You know what I mean? It was like there was no excitement. What happens is stress comes in the picture, right? Exhaustion, right? This is literally what our relationship looked like. Wake up in the morning, start working, hit it hard from early in the morning to late at night, go to bed, wake up and do it again, and just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And when that happens, this is how you know it's happening to you, because it was like, hey babe, can we I'm hungry, oh my God, can you just do it yourself, right? It was like little blow-ups, like we were both dormant volcanoes, right? Like we were just ready to explode at any moment.
Except we were exploding nonstop.
And we fought a lot.
Yeah, we did fight a lot because we didn't have date nights, right? Like, I think date nights are important. And look, listen, sometimes a lot of people might say, well, I don't have a lot of money. What about those people? Like, how would you tell them, they don't have a lot of funds, they don't have a lot of money to go out, they can't go to the movies every single week, they can't go on a fancy date every single week. So how would you address that to a viewer who's watching this and saying they don't have any money?
Well, before I actually answer
Start making some money.
Yeah, right. Before I actually answer that, who likes his Jurassic Park shirt? Hey, this guy thinks like he's going back to Orlando. It's cold over here. Why are you wearing a tank top?
Trying to show the muscles off.
That's what he's trying. Those little mosquito bites. That's what they are. No, I'm just kidding. So, it's not so much about what you do. It's that you have time available to do something together. Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you're playing a board game. I mean, that's a date night. If it's just, hey, let's cuddle and watch a movie, that's a date night. If it's let's eat, at home, whatever it is. It's got to be time that you set aside for just the two of us.
I don't know that song, actually.
You don't know that song?
Nah,
Get out.
I can't even go with it. I don't know that song.
Oh, my gosh.
Normally I know her songs. But, yeah, I wanted to just quickly, I want to say how important this is, right? Because, not having date nights, it's going to lead into arguments. It's going to lead into discussions, right? And it's going to feel like, like you're working all the time. And I believe this is how people begin to start growing apart, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that everyone who's not having those times where they're consistently, right? This is the key word, consistently setting time apart to be with your significant other and just have that zone where it's like, don't talk about anything other than this,
Auto zone.
You know what I'm saying?
Two things came to my mom: AutoZone and Cardone Zone.
Oh my god.
But really, Cardona was the one I was gonna
You're gonna
say first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, man. So babe, as she's looking, you're looking for blogs or something?
No, I'm looking up something really quick that I wanted to share with you, but you know, with the audience. But before I share it, you know, one thing I want you guys to understand is that there's this like spark that happens when you say, you know what, that's it. This day from this time is our date nights. You know, we're just not gonna do anything other than date each other again. And then what happens is it's like, you plan this one, I'll plan next week. And you start getting like the whole week, you start thinking about how do you want to make this silly little date night special, you know? And it gives you this feeling.
It's the best feeling in the world.
It is like
the best feeling in the world.
Here's why, because then you look at your spouse's face and you go, the way that they react to what you created, to the you know, this whole date night that you created, the surprise. If they react like, oh my God, thank you, you know, like this little feeling that they get, and just seeing their face, it's like, yeah, I did that. I was able to create that moment, you know? I mean, I don't even describe how you felt when you took us out, when we decided to implement date nights and you took us out for our first date night. What was the feeling? Don't touch that.
I'm sorry, my context, Valerie. Yeah, so I mean, man, it felt so good as a man to be. It felt really good as a man to be able to do that. No, seriously, I remember. What did we do? We actually created. I actually got a chauffeur. We got like one of these cars to come pick us up. It was a really nice car, like an SUV type thing. And you know, I was like so on. Like, you know, most of the times I have earned a reputation of not romantic, never surprising, and like just don't know how to do those kind of things, right? So like my first time actually doing that for my wife, it felt amazing. It felt really good. It felt really, really, really good because, you know, I said to myself, wow, I can't believe I actually organized this I organized myself, right? And like I had picked out the place we were gonna eat, how we were gonna get back, what we were gonna do afterwards, and man, it was probably like the feeling when I was like, so here we are, you know, it was amazing. It was amazing.
He totally like recorded the whole thing.
I did record the whole thing.
So if you follow us on Facebook at the Cassandra Lee, or Cassandra Lee, right? And Ballo, peace be liar, Ballo CQ. If you go on Facebook, you can actually go through our timeline.
Yeah.
When was it?
It was like in September? No, August.
No?
Yeah.
Was it August?
Late August.
I don't know.
Late
August, September-ish, right? You can actually catch the first video of our date night where we implemented it in. And it was so funny, man, because those were the points where we were like, dang, man, we're fighting consistently. This is not good. And it wasn't that we were like fighting where it was like, I'm done with you. It was just like little things that just irked us. And there was no need for it. There was absolutely no need for the little disagreements that we had. And so we said, you know what? We need time set aside, just the two of us. No,
I don't know that song. I don't know that song. Now you're embarrassing me now.
You know, so this is really important. You know, I want you to go back to the time when you first met your spouse, right? When you were dating. It was like, you know, baby, it was like, holy crap, I couldn't wait to see him, right? When we were on our dates, it was like, I did not want to leave the date. I didn't want to go
So
back
how do you keep that going? How do you keep that going?
Well, it's like what we just said. You know, when you set up that time set up that time to do that, you know, separate, just to have those date nights, and you make it where it's like a game. You know, you surprise me, I'll surprise you. This whole thing, it goes back to like you like enter this surreal place. Hold on, this surreal place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, like this is the date I created for you.
Wow.
And I mean, it got emotional our first date night. It was really weird. Like, you know, we got emotional. Like, dang, we remember a point where we didn't have any money to go on date nights. You know, we didn't have any time. Like the fact that we're able to actually go on a date night and we're just sitting there not thinking about anything, no business, no nothing, just us, you know, just us, just the two of us, just talking about, you know, who we are, where we're going. You know, it's awesome to have like really cool conversations about it, you know. So this is some cool things here, you know, that we want to share with you guys. But date nights are needed. You need them. You need that time for you, for the two of you, to be able to have, you know, that rekindling, so you can continue to have that strong foundation, right? That's where it all starts. So, you know, now let's say you're single and you're like, holy crap, I don't even have a spouse. You know, I watch you guys because I am, you know, feeding myself on how to be prepared for when I decide to get into a serious relationship. Well, right now you need time for you. You need to date yourself, right? Everyone needs date nights. That's why it's everyone. It's not couples need date nights. Everyone needs date nights. You need to date yourself. There's times out of your week you need to put aside just for you. You know, treat yourself out. Surprise your own self, right? You know, sit there, ponder about where you want to go, your future. When I was single, I would write down what I wanted in a husband, right? That's what I would do. I would write down what I wanted in a husband. So when I met him, I automatically knew. I know you hear that often. It's like, how did you know he was the one, right? And people say, well, I just knew. And you're like, but how? It's something you can't really explain or describe, right? But date nights are a crucial part to your sanity, right? If you're just consistently, you know, on the go and you never have that moment where it's like, yo, pause, put on the brakes, park the car, and just sit down, right? You know, that's the moments you need. That's the moments that we needed. And ever since we implemented our date nights, it was like we have something to look forward to. We work hard throughout the week to get ready for that date night. So it's like, we can look back and go, man, we did it, man. We kicked ass this week.
Yeah,
you know?
We did kick some booty, right? We got to kick some booty after this. But no, man, you know, I think that's a good point. You know, I think what you're talking about and what we've talked about is important. So it's not just about dating, you know, your spouse, because if you don't have one, you know, it's good to get to know yourself, because what date nights really do, and it helps you focus on each other. It helps you focus on the relationship. It allows you to kind of think back throughout the week, and allow you to say, wow, man, it allows you to appreciate each other a little bit more, right?
Yeah, it gets you to go, why am I in this relationship in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
You see little things that
questions are powerful.
Yeah, you notice things that you haven't noticed in a while of why you even fell in love in the first place. You know, like this little thing that he does, how weird he is. You know, how he wants to take pictures. Like all these things you see come out into the surface when you're out and about on these date nights, and you need to do that. You know, I'm noticing the viewers are coming up on more, man. If you just got here, welcome. We are here Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
Right, the Power Couple Show, guys.
Yeah,
where we're going to be discussing some really cool things about, you know, power couples, and, you know, if you're looking,
everything.
Yeah, just
everything.
A lot of cool
we
things.
Talk about finances, business, accountability, communication, love, and sex, and just everything about, you know,
couples.
And we kind of, you know, keep it real.
Yeah, we talk about couples and stuff, right?
We talk about ourselves,
love, right? So look, you know, one thing that I did want to do, right? What not to do when you're on a date night, right? What not to do. I still do this, and I
this is a good thing that you just brought this
up. What not to do on date nights, right? So definitely the first thing you shouldn't do on a date night is like be on your phone, be in business. You want to completely cut yourself out from everything, right? You just want to completely focus on your spouse, your significant other, and just on them, because this irritates you, right?
Oh my God.
Frustrating.
Especially when we say, hey, this time from this time is downtime. This is where we're only just gonna chill. You know, we're gonna chill. We're not gonna do anything. You know, he does this often, and I'm just like, whoosh.
I'm still learning.
He will take like, somebody will ring, right? His phone will go off, a notification will go off, and he's like, oh, and he'll like, you know, stay on there. And I'm like, dude, can you put it down? He puts it down, but then he gets this idea that he wants to share to the world. And Paolo, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's the kind of guy that will take something that's like a second and take 20 minutes to write something out. I
think that's a very, not a lot of people have that skill.
Oh, it's a skill set.
It's a skill set.
I think it's a skill set for certain times, but he'll do it at the worst time, you know?
I will.
Rather than saying, you know, let me jot this idea down and then getting to it later when the time comes, you know? He actually likes to like do it at that moment. He'll spend 20 minutes. Like yesterday, we were sitting down and we have downtime between 8 to 10, right?
Yeah.
And so we're getting ready to go to Cancun next week, which, by the way, you'll be seeing us doing this show live from Cancun. Anyway, so we're getting ready to go to Cancun.
That's gonna be so exciting, man.
I know.
I'm really excited about it.
So we looked up the hotel we're staying at, and we brought it up on the television, and we just start like exploring, like, oh, this is what we could do. Oh, we can swim with dolphins. We start exploring everything. And this guy just gets this idea. He wants to write this thing to the world. And he spent like 20 minutes just writing this
Was it
thing
20
out.
minutes?
Dude, it was a long time.
Man.
Like while you were doing that, I found out that I can swim with dolphins, go on a jungle tour, how much the prices were, the difference between dolphin swimming and riding, and all these different
You did learn
things.
a lot.
I was like, dang, we can do all this stuff. And I look over and he's just zoned out in his own world. And I said, okay, well, at least he's posting something about this moment. That's pretty fine. Poke. Oh my God, he gets so. Why do you do that on a live broadcast? You guys should laugh. And every time that he yawns, snap a picture, put it on Facebook, and tag him with that ugly face.
No. I was not yawning. There's a difference when someone's like, oh.
Dude, you were yawning. You were like, he was trying to hold it. He was like, you know. That.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so I look over and I'm like, dude, can you just please put the phone down for a second? And then he gets this other thing. Oh my God, I forgot to call someone. I forgot. We have to call him right now. And to me, it's like, no, put that aside. From this time to this time, you can't do it. I mean, I think that's more for, ladies really hate it. I don't know if you hate it. I mean, there's times I'm pretty sure where you're trying to tell me something.
I think it's not just ladies. I think it's both. Look, listen, you have to actively listen to each other. I think it means a lot. And I think that by simply listening to your spouse, not just hearing them, but listening, right? I think that will improve your relationship to the next level. Just if you took anything away, right, what you should do on your date nights is just listen, right? Just pay attention to what they're saying and just value them for what they have to say, because everyone has something valuable to say, and not just for spouse, but even if you're working, trying to have better relationships, right? Just listen. Just listen.
Just being in that
People
moment.
want to be listened to, right?
Be in that
People
moment.
want to be valued, right? And that's really how any relationship works.
And you think about date nights when you date yourself, even, right? When you date yourself, you have to respect that moment when you're dating yourself. Okay, you need to respect that moment. Okay,
Yeah.
If you're saying from this time to this time, I am just going to do what I want to do, like indulge, right? Whatever it is, I just want to relax. I'm going to take a nap. I'm just going to think. I'm going to ponder. I'm going to go out. I'm going to treat myself to a movie. I'm going to buy myself something. You need to just make sure you are not distracted by anything coming into that time zone, because then you're going to feel like you never had time to yourself. And then everyone says this, I just don't have time.
Imbalance.
I just never have time. I'm always busy. No, that's not the truth. Look, guys, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. How are you using your time? How effective are you being? You need to have a schedule of when you're going to wake up, when you're going to go to sleep, what you're going to do, like everything,
Because
every hour for hour.
If you do this, here's what's going to create, right? It's going to create downtime for you and your spouse. So then you don't have to wait till Friday. You don't have to wait till Saturday. You can actually.
Every night's a date night.
Every night should be a date night, right? But you know what? The way you want to look at it is in the downtime, you guys can start building up for that Friday night, right?
Yeah.
You guys can talk about, oh my God, you guys can plan and say, maybe we should go here, maybe we should go there, right?
Absolutely.
This way you're building up, right, to that date night, and it becomes that much more cool. It becomes like fireworks.
Absolutely.
It becomes like, wow, right?
Respect it, because this is what it also does, right? Think of an outlet, right? Think of like a phone. If the phone is dying, you have to plug it back in to get the power up or the juice up again. You are the same way. The relationship is the